scene is in the movie. Thank you. It's just too hard. She's too tired that late. So we'll just do Saturday for now. Okay. But I really appreciate the extra. It was really amazing. And do you need help, child?
I don't know what I'm going to do on Christmas, so just...
If she could come before 4, I have an opening there.
Well, unfortunately, she goes to the one school that starts really late and gets out late. So her school doesn't start until 9:10, and then she gets out at 3:40 or something.
About 3:15.
Well, from
I
the
get
school.
home at 3:40.
Right.
Okay.
But, you know.
Okay, tune up, child. Okay, well, let's do a scale.
Okay.
Get to the probe. Okay, metronome is definitely available.
It's just for the 3 squares, I think.
Okay, you're doing that 60, right?
Yeah.
Oh. No, way too fast. going.
I don't know how to do something.
You always get it. If you didn't stop, it would be fine. It's like. That's it. Try. Okay, look, you just played 8 notes and 1 bow. Otherwise, it was good timing. Do you understand? Your first note comes almost on the second click, just a little bit before. See? Hear it? Come. Just do this much. And change on that note. No, you're playing like this. Listen the difference. That's what you do. And then you wait a little bit there. That was it. Right. Yes, keep going. No, that's too slow. Ready? And on that note you change the bow. Ready? And that's right. That's fine. Practice that at home. Let me hear your concerto so I know where you stand.
Yeah, just 1 second. So, what lesson on the first or no?
Not sure about it yet.
Okay, and rehearsal with Miles
And
Maybe.
evening before.
the evening before. Same thing. Okay.
Same thing. It most likely it will be at his place. It could be at Maya's place, which is Arlington on El Cerrito, just the top of the hill.
Okay.
It's they have a nice place there with a grand piano and bigger than his studio. And they open. We'll see. Let's go. Let's hear your concerto. Bigger bow, bigger bow. Bunny nose. Second finger. Thumb is second finger. You're sliding up a little bit. Position yourself over the second finger, not the third. Otherwise, you're doing well. Go. Go. Yeah, that was good, good, good. Yeah, get right, yeah. Good. Okay. Well done, first of all. Second of all, there are some things that you need to do. Some are little details in the piece, and some are major problem that is technological. As you know, you slid a little bit here. That's not okay. It has to be here. Balance is always right here in the second finger, never on the third finger. Okay? The other thing is that you a little bit, not a little bit, kind of a lot, you play this way. And maybe it is because of your jacket or whatever, your violin doesn't quite reach to your neck. Violin has to touch the neck. That will bring it a little bit closer, because what happens when this is your playing space, if you hold your violin farther, that's what happens. I don't know, that may or may not be the reason, but the bow has to stay parallel the bridge. Now hold the violin up. height of the violin and positioning is good. And yes, I want the bow to be right here in this neighborhood, not in this neighborhood, and definitely not like this. Understood? There are probably about a dozen of stops. Most of them are perfectionism. Do you know what that means? If you are not perfectly satisfied with what you play, you stop. You cannot just simply keep going. You have to learn to keep going. I am not, please understand, I'm not teaching you to play slappy. I'm teaching you not to crush. Okay? The place where you're supposed to play marcato of the string, it will only work if you play really at the frog. Because you are trying to play spiccata and you're playing in the middle and you're losing it. And your face goes like, oh, I'm suffering. Don't show any suffering to the audience. They came there to enjoy your playing. And you play really well. Most of the places that normal students suffer, you don't. And you play incredibly musical. The first, second subject, when you play this, you played very, very emotional, very, very elegant, and a little bit too slow. If you could find the way to express yourself with the same depth and lyrical beauty, but still moving, that would be great.
Can you show me where she needs to move the bow down to the frog more? That one?
Let me get my violin out. I'm sure I'm not contagious for
Is that-
contagious, but still.
Is that where I told you to play at the sticker, Ella? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my fault because I thought she was supposed to play it a little higher where the sticker was.
Well, I understand that you are not 13 yet, but still, if you know that you're right, fight your mother, right? This isn't. Doesn't work that way.
Well,
right?
yeah, I know, but I thought maybe she just didn't have the control
Right.
yet to do it.
So, at this point, I think you need to practice here in this part, and maybe even play your scale. Okay, you're playing B major, right?
I'm going up to
Oh my goodness! Let's go D then.
Once I've done F sharp,
Don't get hurt right here. Okay. All right. It's good. It's really, really good. That I'm impressed. But let's go D. That's our easiest scale, and go like that. Stop. Shoulders should not go up. Violin and elbow should stay up, but not too high. Right. Thumb has to be under and round, and it all has to be flexible. You see where my thumb is? Can you hold the bow without the thumb? Yeah, she can. Kind of. See that manipulation right here? I'm letting the string support my bow, not with my thumb. So then I can really relax my thumb then, because I don't need it. Understood? Let's go. And no, your bow goes all over the place and mine stays straight. You're already in the middle of the bow. Every bow has to bring you have to feel. I try not to touch you too much, just in case. Have to feel that your mom keeps pushing you right here on every up bow, and that's where she's not following through right here. Go. Stay at the frog and don't do this. It's very cute, but it doesn't help your technique. Good. Good. Now let's do this. Grabbing the bow, and I need you not to use your thumb until you lift it. When you lift it, you hold it with this thumb. Until then, you don't. Good girl. Very good. So practice it this way for a while. Okay? I wish I would see you on Thursday, but if not, then on next Sunday you can do this. Right? If not, then do this as fast as possible. Basically, the difference is that this I play from the string, landing and then playing. When I get faster, I just don't bother with landing anymore. Do you understand? That's your stroke. Other than that, some memory collapses, some minor imperfections. In general, you are very, very, very good. You have 3 weeks, polish it. Yeah. Because I want you to be done with this in 3 weeks. I don't see any reason to drag it. It's done its duty. Okay? Keep it in your hands. It's a good piece to play for friends and family. Or auditions and whatever, if it happens. And it's just a beautiful piece. But we are done with it in 3 weeks. Let's go back, open the music, and let's go back.
I don't know if I have it.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble.
You don't have the music?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think I do. Wait. No. Okay.
You don't. Where is the music?
It's at my house.
Okay, just as long as you didn't lose it. I just gained a new iPad. Maybe that will.
What are you supposed to say when you make a mistake? Okay, well, you need to apologize to him when that happens. You don't just stand there and cutely say, I left it at home. You say, I'm very sorry.
Start. Huh? What?
Sorry.
Okay. Let's hope that we can transfer it. I got it for myself to play piano. Okay. They seem to be communicating. Akala. Airdrop. Come on. Why am I not here? Yes, Eugene Chugo's iPad. How cool is that? Score. That was easy. I like it. There you go. Go. Oh. Can you see? Go. Okay, I think that is not forte. You need to get me forte. And remember, wrist supposed to be to your nose, so the bow is straight, because right now it's behind your ear, and then you will come here and that will make a full circle, and we really don't want that. Go. Good. let's, at this point, I don't want you to bounce until you practice it on a scale. Do you understand? Go to the frog, it's better. But I want you to stay right there with the shoulder down, with the bow straight, wrist to the face, and stay on the spin. Da-da-dee-da-da-da. And the frog here, and the frog. Stop. Right here you extend. So da-da-da-da-da. Here you travel. What did I do? Oh, how cool is that? You travel to the middle and then you come back. Again, but play generally at the frog. Go. Don't rush. Be careful. Don't rush. Now move it and sing it. Good girl. She's opening a little too wide. A little sustain, not close, but sustain the angle. That is very good. Keep going. Don't go to the fingerboard. Never want to see you on the fingerboard. Okay, let's do this a few times. I make all my students read that stuff that you brought me. This is so good. I pre-painted my walls. I'm going to...
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I painted them blue. My mother hated them, so I turned it back into the color that it was.
That's funny.
But I'm going to find the
I thought
place.
it looked different. I thought it looked different.
It's just...
Oh, the
Oh, I took a digital pictures. I'm going to frame it and hang it like a piece of work. It's my memory.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to start anew. Maybe you should be the first. Anyway, a little bit of this happens often. You go here. See this? I don't want. The bow has to really go right straight. Understand? That would really make a big difference.
See, I don't think she really understands that. I think she says she does. And I don't think it's related to the violin. I think some people just have a better sense of that than others. But we can argue about it. But I do think that when she started violin, I had this weird chin rest in the middle that was a little spiky. And I think maybe it isn't tucked in. And she's not used to it being as tucked in. If that fixes it, that could be why.
Sometimes I noticed when the closing is too thick. I don't think it's in.
It's not
this
the
case
clothing.
right
She
now,
does
but-
this for years.
Right. What I was going to say that sometimes when it's too thick and it gets a little high, it obviously doesn't fit, so it finds its way out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Otherwise, it should really touch the neck. This
It never touches the neck.
These
I-
relations should stay there, right? Because if the violin goes out, that's what happens. However, let me
and she definitely, gets a mark on her neck
extend your arm.
sometimes.
Sure.
I mean, Ellie, you can take the jacket off no matter what.
Do you see this?
Yes,
That's the end of her bow,
right.
and she goes straight. So this might be the reason for her shoulder to go up. Once again, I can't say for sure, but that's a standard reason. When they try to reach the end, They either do this or they go sideways.
Well, it's definitely accentuated, but this has been the bane of my existence for years.
Well, you know what? I envy you. If that's the worst thing in your existence, then you're a very lucky woman. Child, you just need to pay attention for this. And when you do, you play well. There is one more thing. There are these two directions, this angle right here that you have to keep between your violin and how far your bow goes. You're opening it up a little bit too wide at the end. It has to stay this. This is why I was doing this. And that's what you could do, and that would definitely help. Jordan, let's make sure that you are inside the video. Hold the violin up. And let's start with a D string. You start in the middle, right? And you hold the scroll and you put some kind of a border. You can do it with your hand. Go. See? That is not okay. Right? So you fix it. And you tell her, Ella, this is the end of your bow. And that's where you're supposed to stay. Yeah, but you don't go the other way either. Go. Oh, she's now meticulously not even touching me. She's doing great. Go. Let's try and see how straight you are. Go. To the frog you go. To the frog. And down. It's just a reminder. I gave just a gentle touch right here. Go. All the way. Yeah, you're tapping me. Don't worry about it. Go. Go. Right. It's the moment where they reach the point after which they have to bounce and go straight, because they don't understand that elbow goes here and then it actually goes forward. They stop or continue backwards.
I know.
In Russian violin,
they don't get it. It's a circle. It's not.
No, come here.
Yeah, I know.
We don't have to do this with you, but put the violin up and put the bow on the A string. Now, find the edge of the door with your elbow. Move your body. Move your body, your whole thing. That's not quite there yet. A little closer to the door. There. Now go to the frog. And go all the way to the tip now. And that's it. See? It is just to find that border. And all I was doing, you don't have to use the stupid door. I'm just saying that what we were doing when we were kids. When I was this size, I was practicing with every door in the house. Right? But all you probably would need to do is just to gently touch, not even to create the border that she hits. But when she gets here, just touch and she remembers. She's really good. She's really good and she has good instincts and she tries well, but she's also incredibly musical, so when music overcomes her, the technique steps back a little bit. And right now, she's in a good shape. The shoulder is better. Still a couple of times went up, but I think it's from the desire to stay straight. You still not long enough to play the size of this bow. So please don't go all the way to the tip, please. If you will have to make either one mistake or another. You can't possibly do it correctly. Okay? And I do not want you to play with a shorter bow because it will be too light and stupid. Okay? Alright, good. Now, when you play this, by all means, I want you to play musical. By all means, I do not want you to play like a stupid metronome. But don't play slow. Okay? Understand the difference? Whatever, the notes are easier for me now. Or you play. exaggerating great. I love what you do. I love it, but you are. It's almost like you have to play slower in order to play beautiful. Can you learn to play beautiful and not slower? And I really don't need you to play absolutely metronomical. You can bend and shape the phrase by all means. And a little bit time here and there, he will definitely enjoy it and he will play with you. Let yourself be. Let yourself be yourself. I love that you play it different than everybody else. I love it. But don't slow down. Okay? Let's try it. Can you see well? Do you need me to make it brighter?
No.
Okay then. And that's already changing it, see? That's already different. You don't have a piano part, do you?
No.
Okay. That's what this iPad is for the piano parts for the students. But I will get it here. Gone. Don't worry about it. Aklai. Here we go. Yeah. I won't be able to survive with sliding this, but at least I will give you a little taste of what is happening there. Let's go. Same place. 2, ready, and yeah, and right. See, you require extra time to get yourself ready because you taught yourself to play like this. Let's do it again. Do you play piano?
A little.
Okay, well, you know.
Maybe. No, that's might be too hard, but I'll try.
Ready, and... No, sing it right away. I don't want it to be violent, but I want it to be full body. Ready, and... Start from 2, 3, 4. Whatever notes I play, I'm a terrible pianist, but do you get the point? Right? And I cannot really play this. Probably could play it on the violin, but I need the iPad. So that's the problem. Let's move on. The notes are there, the expressions are there, the couple of places you gave me a sour puss kind of a face because you missed a shift or something you didn't like there. Don't. I like that you see and hear the problems. I like that you want to fix them, but don't broadcast to the whole world that you did something wrong. All right? Go on for this part. How old is she?
She just turned 10.
Right. Her face is like 15, 16-year-old, expression-wise.
Ella, change your face to Eugene's face for this piece.
Oh, no, come on. No, I like it. I'm actually admiring it.
No, I don't mean like that. Like, pretend when you miss a note that you're doing Eugene. Like he, what would you look like if you miss it?
It's not even when she misses, when she doesn't play. You know, her expression is much more mature than 10-year-old. Sometimes experience helps.
Let's see if you can make me cry, Ella.
That's a good one. Okay, Srini, what is your dynamic here? Don't look at the music. I'm asking you what your dynamic is. Oh, now she's 10. Don't hurry to grow up, child.
Maybe myself forte.
I think it should be forte because you're trying to do a lighter step on repeat, right? So let's keep it forte in the beginning and then mezzo piano and the repeat. Go. That's right. Stop. But as you play heavier in the bow, play lighter in the left hand, otherwise your fingers will not be together. That's right. Get off the fingerboard. Don't rush. Very nice. That was good. Do not allow yourself to rush. Because in excitement you're going faster in some places. You slow down later. The return of the melody was fantastic. That was really good. And this and I saw your mama enjoying it and going, oh, and then suddenly it was a crash and she went, what? And that was a crash because I put my hands right here and I blocked your drive. You were doing this.
Well, you can't read my mind. I was actually wondering what the story was about at that moment.
Can you tell the story in the violin without stopping and without putting your bow onto the fingerboard? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
What part?
Dr. Zhivago style. 3, 4. Okay, and that turn supposed to be within the beat, not an additional time. You're losing time here. Let's do it together in that tempo a few times. Ready? And sorry, my fault. Ready? And again, and ow, in tune, and good. And now we will do it a little faster. So and a little faster. Go by yourself. And that's all I need. Understood? Please, when you watch the video, when it comes to this point, mark something into your music. When the grace notes are written out, we put the slashes over the main note to make sure that the grace notes are coming before. Are you all right?
Yeah.
When did you arrive?
Monday.
Oh, Monday. So she's not jet lagged or anything.
No, can you send me the piano part?
Yeah.
Please.
Okay.
Also, Ella, when you hear the piano part, you can make your story even better.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure. You have a story?
I remember making one.
Yeah. So
I
what's
don't
happening
remember
here?
what it is.
So what, you don't remember? I'd like to know. I really would. You know Brashears, right? There's little superstars at Crowden. And Valerie is totally about this tall. She's amazing. And she was playing this Bruch concerto. And I looked at her and says, well, I can ask you a personal question. Uh-huh. I said, when you played the second subject, what do you think? What do you feel there? And she got really confused in the beginning, but then this childish, adorable smile came upon her and she says, oh, I kind of come out of the forest on this beautiful open green meadow. Yes! Because this is so important and so amazing that a little kid actually puts her muscle memory into something that is colorful, something that has space and it has a temperature and has warmth and light. And that's how we remember. Otherwise, it's just a bloody machines, So yeah, share. Can I airdrop to your phone?
Yes.
Let's see if it will sync it. Ella. It's waiting. Sending. Done.
It looks like I got it.
Yep. Okay, well, text me if some problems occur and I will resend it to you. Now, the end, you only have to, I don't know, you're the first kid in history who is not enjoying that end. Everybody is going crazy about it. I usually teach that concerto without giving that very end until the last moment, because that's all the only thing that kids practice, because they like it so much. Everything else is...
I only practice this, usually. I only like that section the most.
You like this one and you don't... I don't...
I like both sections.
Ah, okay.
I just like
Now look.
practicing that one.
This is much better, but it's not perfectly in tune. Okay, the previous part, same thing as in exposition, just needs to move forward a little bit. Can I have this one more time? And this time, let's make sure that you are in tune. It's not like you play terrible, but you sometimes a little bit shaky there. I need my iPad here. Okay. 2, ready, and... What happened? Well, finally you laughed. Stop. Like everybody else, you have issues with G sharps. I don't want that. Everybody has problem with G sharps in this part. Let's go from here, and you can play faster if you wish. Go. Stop. That's where we start having problems. Let's go slowly, 4 notes per bow. Right there, ready, and... That's already out of tune. And... out of tune. Go on. Okay, so that's the idea. It's just a little bit out, and you usually play very, very, very clean. You play crystal clean in intonation, and that is not quite there. It could be because you didn't quite learn it yet, or you overplayed it, or it's just not feeling well or something. So please make sure that you are in tune. Now try to play that same thing exactly without me playing piano. Just listen. Go.
In here.
Yes. No, start from right there.
Oh.
Stop. The G sharp is not sharp enough. Mhm. Good. Okay, this is the part where most of the students play bad and you play perfect. Your stretch back and stretch up is perfect, and you keep your position steady and you play perfectly clean. So just listen. I don't think it will take you more than 1 day to clean it up. It was just a little dust there. Okay? Any questions? Please make sure that you find the music.
Okay.
All right, if you have time, take pictures of that music and text them to me. So if it happens, God forbid again, then I will have your copy of the music in that iPad and not unmarked one. Okay?
Okay.
Or you can scan it if you have a scanner and put it into your laptop, then you can print it.
Okay.
All right? But iPad uses and it saves the forest, you know. I'm trying not to waste paper. Then we're done. I will see you in a week unless something we figure out. But at that time,
Well, Wednesday you're at San Dominica,
I am at San Dominica on Wednesday, yes.
and you start crowding really early, right?
8. I don't have crowding on Wednesday,
But you go to San Dominica.
but I go to San Dominica at 2. My first
Oh, at
class.
2.
Yeah, my first class on Wednesday at San Dominica is at 3:15, so 2:20 is the latest I can go.
Mm-hmm.
So if she can come at 1:20, it would be perfect.
I know, but you have school.
Ugh, that boring school. Oh, sorry, I didn't say that. Turn off that video. Anyway,
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
you are very welcome. We could talk to Elise